Hello and happiest days, you folks. I hope you guys are having an absolutely amazingly awesome day today. One of the best you've ever had in your entire life for you folks. Alright, so today's my next Let's Play of number 13 for this Fantasyland Park that I've developed for you folks. It is a sandbox mode in Planet Coaster 2 after this Pack was released about a month ago. That sort of thing too, with the finances turned on and hard too. I started at 10,000 only cash coming in for you folks. It's the minimum you can get, and that sort of thing too. Now this Fantasyland is subdivided into 12 parks, and the opening entrance here has a bunch of kid rides and that sort of thing too. Family friendly stuff, things you can theme around fairy tales and storybooks, and that sort of a thing too. So basically, what's happening? I actually. Started after I have done fantasy used to be my favorite genre to horror college, and so I always thought that it would be fun for me to have this subdivided. I've started this going back to Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, that sort of a thing too. After I finish all the career modes, and since this Sorcery pack was the first fantasy themed DLC, I thought it would be fun for me to knock out this stuff for you folks. I started off building over here this teacups and this merry-go-round for you folks that you see over here. Wasn't making that much money with the first 10,000. I took out a loan for this chair swing and this junior coaster over here too that were both. And I hoped that would help me to start bringing in money. Episode 3, I took in some another loan for this fairy theater. Also came with this DLC. That sort of thing too. After that was over with, I then spent some time just decorating with the last money because I wasn't bringing money. Then I took out a loan for this Ferris wheel here. In the next episode, a loan for this big wheel, a loan for the twister here too. This roller coaster with Hyatt here. It's actually, but I changed it. It's splittering because what it's called. So I've changed it to the lines prom and that sort of a thing too. But after a couple more of those things, I actually took a loan out of like 9,000 for this blind this spinning mouse coaster, which I themed 3 by Mice. I'm hoping that it really started bringing people in. It does have big numbers. It's just not bringing a lot that actually set us behind. And so then I just started building up the sun flare and that sort of thing too. And then and then we started to get to the thing. So then I built 3 nice flare rides for you folks. This and that. This Tilt the World there, which was bringing me some nice cash after I built it. Great. As well as this spinner, and even this fairy ring here too. Not fairy ring. That's the fairy ring. Sorry about that. This is tiny. Bring me tons of cash, and then on the last day before I left this, I had like 19,000 from all those, and that making it cash. And I spent that just building up that, and then just building up the parks, the decor, and that sort of a thing too. And you can see that all those money went up a lot. And I also raised my coasters, my coaster ranking, my park rank, right, and that sort of thing too, which you can see here in this lower section for you folks, right? So. And we brought in tons more people, and we're giving more money into, so you definitely want to increase gorgeous your park looks, and you will see this rise here pretty soon. Typically, it takes about 10 to 15 minutes for that ranking to increase for your folks. But then last time, I opened up this Atlantis section of the park. It's got a lot of water rides and that sort of thing too. Here you can see I have built this river trek. This is a wide floor, not a nicer thing. The numbers here are just okay. With cashiers are amazing. All of them down a lot more. Great money. Also, and then also, if you recall, a couple of times ago, I had built these shops and that sort of thing too, all from other people. I've never been a good coaster rider, builder, that sort of a thing. It's harder for me to do some stuff today because of my hunting disease. In fact, I actually started this earlier today I had to stop it because I had knocked over my coffee for you folks, and that sort of thing. And actually, I thought that I'd recorded this once before, but I actually didn't hit the record button on my camera, so it didn't record. Sorry about that. So this is my third time recording. This is for you folks. And that sort of thing. But with my modern tendencies, I can do like jumps and design and that sort of a thing. You probably see me actually have lots of mistypes and that sort of thing. Also, but one thing I did do a couple of things actually. So if you recall, I built this balloon ride balloon shop for folks, which I named Wish Upon a Float. And then last night, well, a couple nights ago actually, when I was just doing some decor for this, I actually built this because it's only been a couple hours game time. So I actually built a third mechanics workshop to start to get those techs in. That's a good thing too. So let's go ahead and take a look at those, and then we'll figure out what we're going to build. Well, it's gonna be cool. I'm just gonna do what I did last time. Let's just build cool. Alright. So the last time I unlocked all of the flames here, so I think that's fun for your folks, and then also all the flat rides have been taken care of too previously. So we're going to do a transport ride, which is the river, which is not yet. I'm sorry, a track ride, which is good for this area. It's a water track ride, which will give me some stuff like the river rapids and that sort of thing. Unfortunately, it doesn't come with any themes, with any rides that can just come on automatically with the park. After that, we're going to grab a coaster. We're going to get the cheaper coaster here. One with more options for blueprints. One for him. That's just two. And this will be three. Also, the launch coaster is number 4. Also gives me the next one is only 8,300. So I can put it up. And after that, we're going to grab a power. We're going to get the small solar panel. You can also see that I previously got a water last time at the underground one. Let's start. For you folks. Now, before I do anything else, I did want to note, just like the last time, that I have, you can see here, for you folks, I did build some of these things here. I talked about building this place for people to go and get their bathroom on for here in this section. It's beside this potty. And then I also built, because people, the reason why I built the balloon stores is people wanted more souvenir. And so I also built over here these open areas. I'm sorry, that's guest services. That's also where they'll buy pool passes too, which we're going to buy today. And then Atlantic Archives is what I named two. I think this one over here is Atlantic Emporium. It's a splash. Where people will buy that sort of thing, I think. And so we'll be good to go. So now let's build a pool for you folks. Now the pools that come with the game aren't that bad, right? You'll see here. Here's the biggest one that comes with the game. We just flop down and be good to go with. It's not that bad. That said, this is, according to this game, a huge pool. And if you recall, each of these is about like 720 sections. And that's a really good thing to do. So that's probably going to be telling you about how big that is. We could totally build that. No issues, no concern. But it's not that huge. We're still. And so I feel like we probably want but I have something a little on the bigger side of life. Right? Just as a, right? Even though it is bad. Right? I wouldn't call it the biggest one in the world, right? Now that does come with everything. You can see it's got lifeguards, it's got pools, right, and that sort of thing too. Let's go. We are going to create a custom instead. Also, you will note that weirdly that after I had I put this power thing here, so we'll move it out of the way of it, because that's going to be. That's good to go. The first thing we're going to do is start to build this pool. Trust me, rolling. Now, one thing you could do, because the paths are going to be right there next to it too, that way, is just to do it here. That's the first thing. But I do think maybe going here, a little away from it, probably would be the worst idea in the world for it flows. So we're going to build that here. I had done 7, but then I was like, this is probably a little bit. I could do 6, although my initial plan was to do 6 across and then a little deeper. Yeah, let's do one. We'll do 6. Yeah. I'll do one more. 6. 6 is fine. Doesn't matter. And then I decided to do so. We'll just knock it out fast and go. Idaho. Already placed that. Didn't do it here. This will come down. You can see down here where this road is over here. So we're going to come down. Just one more in the back side of this. With the connections. Now I'm going to connect this with a road over here on this front side. In this section is marked Atlantis. Right, that should be here in the other sections, right? Obviously, that's going to be my first connections. Let's just go with this path here. And the path that's designed here on the Atlantis side of things. Also, you can see that my things were. This should be this path over here, which is the mosaic path. it comes with its chance like that. Not the worst one in 40 bucks. One of the issues I actually had previously, which was weird, if you recall, I grabbed that mosaic wooden, and then I grabbed it and then said, when I swapped over to pouch, and I was like, that doesn't seem that nice, right? And it's sort of the thing to do. And then, and you're right, and so, but it seems a little dark, but I kept it because I didn't want to make any changes to it each time. Well, when I came in this morning and started rebuilding this with the previous one, I thought it was recording. It changed the color on me, which was so weird. I didn't make any changes, so we'll see if that happens again. Hopefully. These four, I think that 12 might be right here. Yeah, a couple of 12s might not be the worst anymore. Yeah. So we're going to connect this 3 times. Here, here, and there. That's a little too far. One. That did not work. For some reason, sorry about that. Yeah, it looks like I gotta connect them on this side. Going that way. But at least it didn't change the color. That's nice. That should be better. Straight. Still doesn't connect and it's still there. We're already in. What's that? Try this time by pushing it a little. But that's it, I brought it out. I'll try it once more time. See if that doesn't work. Yeah, that worked. Here, and on the other side too, so we're going to do it. One time here. Now they're closer, bro. So that's fine ended, just like Andy. Just make sure it's connected. It's not. That is so weird to me that just sometimes isn't good, and sometimes does. Let me try something different. I'm going to come long on this way. And this time I'm going to come long. And hopefully by going long into something that already exists, it won't show up. See what works. Here's what I'm going to say, going long. So we'll start here. On this side, I'll try to come into 1 or 2 attacks. Right? Actually, probably a little bit lower down because this should be connecting not with that side. Because that's a little farther. Probably here. Let's see. No, here's what. Go long. Enter. Yeah, it's still not working. Let's try that. Alright, they are now both connected, and we'll do it once more. Once more. See, that's what I was talking about. Just make sure. Try. Oh, that's all connected. You're good to go. Actually, that probably should be a little bit over here. So it's not that central. Should be. So we'll do that once again. Try to make it a little more sorcery look there. I'm sure I got people out there that'll be like, that's not. Oh, wow, that just totally screwed that over. That's probably one reason why not to do them. Actually, let me try to go. Actually, I don't know how I can do that. That's another thing. So we'll just do it to W. I probably should. Actually, can I save it from a load save instead? That's a little weird. From 3 minutes ago. I don't know what I'm saying. So that's fine. Giving a drink of what? Getting a fast drink, etc. Yeah. Nope. Yep. So instead, what I can do is just make it a little bigger here too on the side. That works. Just play into it. That should be 4. It is. See if it works. It does. I think it flutters out a little bit, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, it should be good. So we'll just make that path wider. See if it works instead. Yeah, that's a little more even. I don't need it to be perfect. Just a little more even. Just all on the front. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do here is build a couple of. Oh, one thing I wanted to do too. I also want to check in and see how our needs are. I did this last time in solo being more drinks. Just a heads up. Gas, energy, thirst. That's what I did last time, so they need more souvenirs. That's why I bought those souvenirs. And they still could, right? And then that thirst is in a good list. So what did we build? Right, and that sort of thing. Too, so the idea is that, I haven't built any of those sorts of stuff, right? Right here. So I'm definitely built some. Lanteum into stuff, right? But the first thing we'll do here is to build a couple of changing rooms. And folks can buy pool pass. So normally I would just go ahead, especially once I get to the money, I would just go ahead and build those immediately. But have these designs for them for you folks. And so you can find these here. Services, and it's here in the changing room section. Right? That's only like 640. But since I'm here in the running side or in the fairy tale side and so forth, I'll just build these base and then I'll come back to it. I'll just go ahead and make those nicer, just like I did with those, and just put down some like stalls and stuff like that. There, over top of the taken care of. So they're GG rooms. Yeah, we'll do a couple of these. And they'll on here. Would be good. Let me come down here just to make sure that's one. Weird to me that there's nothing that really sort of makes it say, oh, let's get it wrapped up to that thing. And that's right, it's weird. It is because I don't have it stick to the surface. Okay. It's a little better. That's cool. Maybe a little more closer. Give me some more space. Yeah, that's good. I'm going to put that here for that. So I'll give it a little space here, like it was. That's good. And then another of these here. Awesome. That's there on the far side. Now you probably also saw there was a heater here in the center. So, did you see what I'm looking for? I'll just try either. That's maybe it's a dryer with the door. It's a winner right here in the center. All up and you can also let's check out the pool pass to see what we're charging for folks. I'm just curious. Now that this is open. It's not that much, alright. The first thing I want to do over here is to build up this water stuff. So I'm going to have to build here a little bit of staff right here, but not right. Staff right. Little spot right here. We're going to place a well. It should be a little pricier, but that way unlocked. Facilities. Actually, I might want to just move that road down a little bit, so that I have a chance to actually build things on the other side. I'll think about it. Assuming. I don't want to have that be too big. Right. That's too big. Right. Yeah, just a quick one. Just one more, a little more centrally looking. Just stack that. These good. That's fine. Actually, there might be some things that are a little too small for that space. We'll take a look. This facilities, and we're going to be here in the water. So now we're going to be back to the pool. Which will be a little pretty. This will be an underground well. That's good. We're in range of the power. We need a water filter, pumper, no filter. It is a filter. Get that connected. Get that thing for the creator's fine. Now we're going to start putting down here some lifeguards stations. Get them taken care of for us, folks. We're going to have the tall ones. Filters. Take care of that one. I'm going to have another soda, by the way. It's got a little bit of blind spot over here. was one. Wish we could go. Now, do want to add in some of these ladders for people to get to the pool and get out of it again, because otherwise that'll be weird. Big one. Couple more over here. Looks like get taken care of, folks. And after that, we'll put it in the diving. Then we'll open it after putting down some signatures near the entrance. We gotta have plenty of space here for the flumes, which are gonna be a key part of this. Building up this stuff with the pool. Actually, I did put two of those on our spray. Actually, there was one already there, so I'll just put a half left. That's cool. You know, some diving boards, yeah. Sorry, too slow. A couple more here is fine too. That's a little too far away. That's fine. I was going to put another one over here, but I'm going to go too close to that one and then to the wall. That was my couple over here on this side with a diamond budget. Then it's like in this section. Now they're going to be coming in here probably in decent numbers right next to the thing too. So let's toss in a bunch of these. Some rangers. Probably up too close. Actually, I don't know. What would it be? We'll take a look and see. Just finishing up these sun loungers over here on this side, and then we'll do a bunch more. Right here, spin around. This up. More here. There. There. I'm just going to finish up a couple more of these sun loungers. Then I think we'll be in a good place up to get this thing started. Just a nice place to get out here and get your sun. Also remember that the services that sells pool passes also sells sun. That'll be good. That's fine, probably all that close. Get your sun lounger on. Just sit here by the pool and relax. Sorry. Sorry. can actually see that I saved it earlier where I started this, and so you'll see this probably here in my save still. That's weird. Did I hit the save button? Apparently I did. See, it was just fantasy and pool building. And that was fantasy where I built it. When I was recording the year before. Hold up too. Quick sip of pop. Alright. I see you got about 13 minutes left. So let's make sure to move some of these items up. Get in the way of the pen. Or are you in the guest services? Gun rooms. Let's go. Trying to figure out how to select that. Question I had after I built up that pool pool, is it going to have a higher pool price? Let's see. Let's see what I heard real quick. Sun cream. Pool pass is a little pricey. It's not $5.80. Whatever you can afford. That's the worst thing in the world. This stuff, dude. Just to get all the way. Of that thing, it might be both people trying to get through. So we'll still gotta get our move on. It's nice and dandy, just like team. Oh yeah, we definitely probably move those in front of the SJJ. Just a bunch. Seen anybody over here yet? Now that I've moved those, maybe they will. See some folks here. Buying the pool pass and getting change. And yeah, I can see some people over here using the salmon. So something I do want to look up while you guys are here is good names for those. Actually, one thing about it, let's go ahead and build some of those drink places over here. Those are dry drinks. Right? I think so, but let's do double check. Yeah, the drinks were 83%. We did do a little better, but we can still use some more. So we'll go to 80%. Go to a couple of different places here in the Atlantean section. Custom melt deck. Chops, drinks. Did I say custom? I thought I did. Yeah, no, yeah, I did. Sorry. Feel like a soda place would be nice here. Okay. A nice Atlantean soda. Probably makes some nice give some nice little things to pause real quick. And then after that I could use that here. Or I could do milkshakes. I wouldn't go worse idea here on the. Now I do have space here for just a heads up. But I don't know, I have space for a decor, get decorations and that sort of a thing too. So we're going to put it over here instead. Milkshakes, and what else got to do? Milkshakes and a soda. Yeah, let's do that. Milkshakes and a soda over here. And then a soda place next to it. Something nice and cool. Done. And down here on Actually, that may not be the worst idea in the world. I might want to do it like an ice cream place, a gelato place. After I do it. Open for the shakes. And then open for this place over here too. She's the soda place. Yep. Good. Can I get it? While I'm thinking about this really fast. For you folks, since you got a couple minutes left, actually, can I just go ahead and place that on each other? No, the aquatic challenge. Here, I'll show you real quick. This looks like, so our landing inside the things are all aquatic. See our area for as well. And we actually have, sorry, that's right here. I want all stuff. So you can see your aquatic is here. Right. You can see here we got 35 things that are showing up. Good number. Everything from the sinker here. That's pretty large. To the weird stuff too. Now let me show you some of these buildings. I'm going to pull up the blueprints and stuff. So there's details there. Tons of aquatic. Now there are two types of sort of aquatic buildings, as well as the benches and such too. That we're going for a little more bizarre shot. Right here, I'll show you. And so you can see these here. Here are some soft shells. So that is a medium shell. And you can place it. And this one over here is just is more of just a traditional sort of like seaside resort. And that's what I think too. But I feel like this one over here is a little more fun. In a lane, right? So let me see if I can place this one right here. Focus on here. Did it. Good. Well, I was thinking of it. My one issue with possibly getting some pushback there I'm not sure that would actually allow. So you can see how it's got. Here, I'll show you. I'm sure the mouse is there. Let's point at the screen. You can see how there's space there between those. So I'm not sure there will be space there for that one. Probably need something more of that bathroom. Or right that I have here to give myself space, right? So I'm not sure of that. Those just a heads up. All right, but let's go ahead do a quick little save here for you folks, and then we'll call it. For you folks, as I see that we got about 39 seconds. Actually, I don't know. You guys want to hear me doing all the safe stuff? I'll do that off screen for you folks. That's fine. Fine and indeed, just like the candy of nice of life. But there you go for you folks. If you enjoyed that lots. Next time, we're going to be starting to build up the flumes. And that sort of thing to make this a little even more some fun times in the parks. And that sort of thing too. And you can check out some of those things here, right? All the foods I can build. Even in the customers have things. You can see all of those flumes I can actually build and really sort of increase the excitement of my park, just heads up. So that'll be coming down the park too for you folks. And then also, we'll be doing that next time and see how my park's doing with the finances and that sort of the thing. And then after that is done, then we'll be doing, that's let me know what your thoughts are with it. That's for you folks as well. And I want to thank you so very, very much, for just taking some time out of your day and investing it, right? And even watching my videos, because we all have so many things, right, that are even happening in our lives, and we're pulled in so many different directions too. So the fact you spent this time with me, that's incredibly humble, and I appreciate that so very, very much. So thanks again, and have an amazing day.